And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the New York Knicks. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the New York starting 5, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the power forwards position. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
Just 2 to shoot. McDaniels buries it from 3-point range.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing.
Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. Doesn't go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. We can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Hart with a screen on Edwards. Here's Bridges. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Now Bridges, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Edwards looking it over. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Off target from 3-point range. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Fires for 3. Traps in the tray.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. Number 5, the Knicks.
Well, this has been a hot three-point shooting team, and it starts with their passing, moving the ball to get quality looks.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Here's Randall. Misses in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Anunoby passes to Hart. Conley against Brunson. And he gets it to go.
Amazing floater from Brunson. He continues to show how dangerous he can be.
Conley left side. Back to Edwards. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Towns.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Anunoby kicks to Bridges. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Conley with it. Bridges covering. Conley's shot is off. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
And here's Edwards after Mikal Bridges hitting the three. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. Outside for Randall. Just 4 to shoot. Over Hart. Randall no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Brunson. 16 feet away. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside Edwards. Shoots over Anunoby, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 4. From Target Center, back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
New York leading by 4. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Ingles in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. Missed inside.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Bridges misses. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to McDaniels. It's hauled in by Achua. New York's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Out to Bridges. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Anunoby, he's checked in for Payne. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Alexander Walker. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Reid gets the bucket.
Such a confident shooter. Reid was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Stolen by Reid. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Bridges. Alexander Walker with the ball. Still yet to score. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Now McBride. To the middle. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
And they continue to control the glass.
Anunoby outside. Shot clock at 5. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league? Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Reed. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Edwards has come in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Towns, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Timberwolves trail by 10. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Misses the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Towns with it. Now defended by Gobert. Towns with the bucket.
Fantastic move right there by Towns. I like when he gets creative with his ball handling.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer, Randle. They get it back. Conley with a wide open look. Sinks the 3-pointer.
I'll tell you, when you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Takes a step back. Here's Brunson. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Randle kicks to Edwards. The 3-pointer, no good.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Brunson outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McDaniels passes to Conley. Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
That'll do it for the first half. Knicks out front, leading by 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Coach. This team is still developing. What do they need to do to really reach their max?
Just keep working every day, give maximum effort, great concentration, and play to win. Make winning plays.
Sounds simple, but I know it's not, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, I think for the Knicks, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
All right, let's get right into the story of the first half. And it's been the play of Mikal Bridges.
Bridges might not be the biggest name on the team, but ask anyone, he's a certified baller. Great start to this game.
One of the best two-way players at his position. He's a rising star. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific score. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. We've got Mikal Bridges. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot.
They're just naturally strong. We've seen more than one defender sort of just bounce off Randall. He's used to it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Now, here's Bridges. 13 points in the game.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
McDaniels against Bridges. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got 10 points.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Shot from 12. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Randall.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Timberwolves. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
And I think for Minnesota, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Now, here's Anunoby. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 3. From outside the arc. Conley grabs the miss.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Out to Edwards. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Anunoby against McDaniel. Here's Brunson. That one wide left. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. McDaniels kicks to Conley. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Bridges against Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements here. Now here's Brunson. 12 points for him. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Handle outside for the lead. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Just 1 point separating the teams. Brunson the pass to Towns. Over Randall. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Relentless effort from Towns inside, powering through the contact.
Randall kicks to Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. To the wing right side. 14 feet away, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Here's Brunson. Good! Brunson gets through the contact.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Alexander Walker's got his first basket.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Now Hart. Back to McBride. Bridges passes to McBride. New York moving it around. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Dillingham subbed in for Julius Randle. The Knicks also changing it up. Sims is checked in. And Anunoby subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He doesn't get the second one. Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Pass to Dillingham. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. For the lead. The shot, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Knicks lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score here. Everyone talk defensively. Get stops, and then let's go. Let's go. Make the game easy for each other. Make plays. Get your spacing.
And defense obviously so important to Coach Thibodeau.
I mean, he wants his team to get stops and leak out fast. Fundamental basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Payne kicks to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Now, here is Miller. Here's Shannon. Pass to DiVincenzo. Reed with it. Back to DiVincenzo. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Payne passes to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Pass to Payne. Here's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Well, you have to appreciate how selfless Towns is. If you get wide open, he'll reward you.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Minnesota making a switch here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's DiVincenzo. Ingles with the screen for DiVincenzo. No good from outside. New York leading by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Ingles. Reed with a screen on Anunoby. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Reed. Another miss by Minnesota. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Misses from close range.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. Drills it from outside. DiVincenzo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hart. Left side, Towns. It's good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now, Ingles. Here's Alexander Walker. Outside, Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Reed. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That is his first foul of the game. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for New York, Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. And so it's New York with it. Gobert with the block.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Timberwolves trail. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Edwards passes to Gobert. That evens the score.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert. A high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Brunson against Conley. Towns a screen on Conley. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. Brunson with another miss. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Brunson down the lane. Good.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now Randall, after OG Anunoby missed from long range.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Gobert finds Randall. Left side, Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert the pass to Edwards. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Randall outside. And it's off from three-point range. And now we've got the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. So it's New York picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns, you look so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, waiting for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.